Annyeong! Welcome to Dollightful! I have a new studio! I mean it this time! Not just a room in our house anymore, no, an honest-to-goodness, standalone office space. I'll make the prologue quick because I know you're eager for the tour. Long story short, between me, the husband, 3 cats, and the baby, our house was feeling a little cramped and we decided it would be best to finally separate work from home. After signing the contract and making it official, we packed up all things Dollightful and began the move. The new studio feels huge. It's easily bigger than any room in our house. Maybe we should live here. There was lots of cleaning to do. I scrubbed the entire floor on my hands and knees, so it's clean, but aging linoleum can only look so good, you know? The studio also needed furniture, so we spent about 3 months looking around hunting for good deals. Y'all know I'm a thrifty girl, and I'm proud to say we got almost everything secondhand for a great price. Of course, I had to paint the walls a cute color. I couldn't decide between pink or lilac, so I did half and half. Although I couldn't have known this at the time, but the lilac comes across as gray when I take photos. I guess it's a white balance issue. I should have just listened to my gut and painted everything pink. Why didn't I do that? Pink is always the answer. Finally, this place is starting to feel more like me. Do you like the fancy gradient I painted at the corners? I had some leftover paint. After many weeks, everything was finally in place and I could at last arrange and decorate the studio. I've dreamt for many years of having a display area large enough to shelve every doll I've ever made, and at last the dream has come true. No more rotating dolls in and out of boxes. They're all here all the time. I'm upwards of 80 or so custom dolls now, and I don't know if I've ever seen them all together in the same place before. So this may be a first for me as well as you. That should do it. Ready for the tour? The building itself is only a 15-minute walk from our house. I've blurred the photo to keep the exact location a secret, you understand, but I still wanted you to get a feel for what kind of place I'm working in. Once you enter the building, look, I'm on the sign, like a real business. And now we enter the studio itself. Shoes off, please. On the left, we have the sink and some amenities. Not very pretty, but I'm glad this place came with a sink. An art studio needs a sink. On this shelf, I've got a couple toiletries and my Pokemon figurines. I couldn't really find a better spot for these guys. I bought this set of kitchenware new from Twosome Place. I just couldn't resist the design. It's so cute, like a birthday cake or something. I just had to have these in the new studio. I've got a couple snacks below that and recycling. Here's an adorable Pokemon model jet I purchased during a recent vacation. It's on top of the mini fridge. Again, not a great display spot, but as you know, the best real estate is reserved for the dolls. And here they are. I tried to group them somewhat thematically. Whenever I meet someone for the first time and tell them what I do, they're always very confused why I don't sell the dolls. I'm like, no, I just show people how I make it. I don't sell them afterwards. And it's a good thing I don't, because now we can enjoy this grand display of all my work. Well, almost all my work. I have on very rare occasions gifted or traded a doll away, so to keep the collection looking complete, I printed up cardboard cutouts of the missing dolls and plugged them back in. See if you can spot them. Right next to the doll shelves, we have my signature pastel galaxy backdrop where I film the intros and outros to each video. The far side of the room features these big windows with a good view. To congratulate me on my new studio, my in-laws got me this beautiful office plant. Aren't they sweet? So far, I've kept it alive and healthy, so fingers crossed. Now we're looking across to the other side, the pink-walled side of the studio, where you can see my computer desk set up. It's crazy having such a big desk to spread out on. You can see my previous desk holding up the printer there. Don't worry, I still have my collection of strange cats underneath the monitor like always. This is a new work desk, and I've covered up my current project because it's a bit of a spoiler, so don't worry about it. This shelf is where the majority of the supplies live. We're talking paints, fabric, hair, tools, etc. But up at the top, I've displayed some store-bought dolls and other random dolls. And just below that are other artists' work that I have acquired. So these are gifts, trades, and purchases from other doll artists and YouTubers. Each one is labeled, and you may recognize some of them. I've never shown this doll from Kozomowski on the channel before. She created my female version of Jolteon and sent it to me, and it was so good I was afraid if I showed it off, everyone would assume I was continuing the Evolution series, which I'm not, I'm done. You may also notice that Nerdy Crafter's sculpture looks a little different. Well, I'm afraid it broke yet again during this move, so I messed with it. Don't tell Jackie! Oh, I'm so sorry. I love that she used a found object as a base for this piece, but let's be honest, the best parts were of course the sculptures and the Pokemon that she created herself, and I love them so much. So I basically popped them all off and rearranged them into a condensed version of the original sculpture. And I hope she's not too mad at me. I kept the vase, it's over there with the other Pokemon figurines. I guess if she wants to mess with the doll I sent her, it's fair game. This corner is where the 3D printers, dust box, and other messy materials live. In the middle of the room, we have the sewing machine set up. There's Manny the mannequin. And a sofa where friends and visitors can take a seat, relax, and admire the dolls. That's the whole studio. I hope you enjoyed the tour. I'm certainly no interior designer, but I think I did an okay job. It's still a work in progress, to be honest. Actually, even during the course of editing this video, I've already had to move things around to accommodate my AC unit, and I've decided to get curtains installed in the windows. In all likelihood, my studio will continue to be a work in progress until who knows when. I could have waited until it's finished to make a studio tour video, but that could be many more months from now, who knows. Best to just go ahead and show you. If you have any suggestions for the unsightly pipes and wires at the entrance, though, leave a comment. That wall is definitely the ugliest side of the room. Of course, none of this would be possible without an audience who continues to be interested in doll customizing and wants to follow along with my silly antics. Thank you so much for watching. It's no exaggeration to say that my current lifestyle and career wouldn't be possible without viewers like you. I recognize how unbelievably lucky I am to do this as a job, so I promise to do my best and continue to provide you with that quality content. Until next time, stay artsy! 안녕!